Good evening. This is the Mya Duboyce Podcast. I want to say thank you for coming and joining me, whether you are joining live or you are joining on the replay. I want again to say thank you. I appreciate you. I see you. There will be a couple topics discussed this evening. The first one that I am going to discuss is the policies being too expensive. First of all, I have a great example. I have two policies. One is on my son. It's right at $23 a month. And it's got about 15,000 or more in life insurance. I also have one on my daughter. And that one is runs me right at under like $6-7 extra on my policy. Um, she is old enough now that we are able to add to the policy. So there will be some processes that we will go through in adding an additional coverage to the policy. But at the time we took it out, that was the best we could get at that point in time due to life issues, due to life conditions, I should say life health conditions and certain things like that. That policy runs me right at I think $7, maybe $8 a month for that policy. And then also waiting till later to buy a policy. Number one, we either wait till it's too late, or there's a time where excuse me, where a condition has happened, and then you're waiting 2 years, and then in the process of waiting the 2 years, you have something happens. Um, I have a great example of that. One of my first clients, I was in home person, came in, they allowed me to sit with them. In the process of sitting with them, he's like, yes, let's get life insurance. We got life insurance. Less than 3 months later, he ended up in the hospital right around Thanksgiving, and 3 weeks later passed away due to cancer, unknown condition to his. And so great at getting coverage for himself. Another one is best friend of my dad's, um, waited and had cancer and calls me and says, hey, can I get a policy? I said, yes, you can. But in being the stage of cancer, we're going to have to wait 2 years. And he's like, no, I don't have 2 years. Passed away 6 months later, no life insurance. Life insurance went on family and friends of an estimate about $2,000. Do you want to have that experience for your family, friends, whoever it might be? Another great example was my grandmother. She was on her deathbed. She's like, I think I have a policy. My dad went looking, found the policy. The policy was inactive less than about 3 years prior. Of course, she was at that age that nobody could insure her. Again, we also had a 2-year waiting period. And again, she was on hospice in the nursing home. So those are just examples of, you know, being on deathbed, having cancer, health conditions changing. The younger you are, the better off you are. Um, Younger kids, we can insure up from day 4 on up to clear up to the age of 80. But of course, you don't want to wait till the age of 80. One of the other things is having employer insurance. Employer life insurance, typically, they're only going to give you 1 to 2 of your annual salary. Again, there's 3 questions that you want to ask yourself. Is it enough? What happens if you get fired? What happens if you quit? What happens to all that money that you've put in? I know a lot of places, depending upon where you're at, they give you a discount. But again, are you in control of the policy? I'd love to speak with you, have a chat with you if that is you. Basically, you just want to make sure that you have enough coverage. Nowadays, losing it is another thing. You know, life happens, life changes. You could get hurt on the job. When you get hurt on the job, and what happens to the policy? Excuse me. Those are things and those are questions that you want to ask yourself when you're looking at it. Do you have enough to cover the mortgage payment, whether it might be for 2 months, 6 months, while that your significant other or your wife or your kids are deciding what they need to do, whether it's a decision on the house, whether it's a decision. And how does your legacy, what is your legacy as far as it, you leaving the kind of legacy that you would want to leave? And so, again, if you have any questions, or you would just like some answers to anything that you do have, please hit R in the comments, and I will get in contact with you. Thank you for being and thank you for watching the Mya Duboyce podcast. Have a great evening.